Hi guys and gals, Shane Stevenson, Director of Museum Collections Curator at the Buffalo Naval Park, and thanks for checking in for This Week with Talos. So, again, in magazine stowage space, we've got the power cart with the Talos on it. That has been moved forward into the Area 2, the assembly, mating, ready service trays, which would then lead it up to the launcher rail, into the wing and fins, and out to the launcher. All right, so let's take a look at that. So it's secured the missile the way it would have done. Ideally, what I would like to see is the missile again and the booster sitting in this tray here, which would then give it another example of a stage. So on starboard, we do have a missile, no booster, but a missile, and that is in the power cart, and that kind of is representing the mating process. All right. Well, sorry, this is not a nature video though. All right. So the coupling process. So when we were getting this one, I was saying, well, what else can we do to show the stages of the missile house in this very static space that would have been extremely active while in service? So moving the Talos with the booster here into these spaces in this tray can represent it getting ready to go to the launcher and then into the wing and fin space. One of the interesting things is that I can show you how the cart moves. All right, we've got this drill. All right, then this is connected and it turns the motors and the gears. All right, so let's try it. Going backwards. And then going forwards. So that's how they've been moving it. Right? Just with the drill, turning the gears, which turns the wheels, which then goes along the track. That was completed yesterday. Today, they were saying, all right, today's time to focus on the booster. Now, I love the fact that I've gotten to know the museum in South Bend, Indiana. This is where we got this. George has been great to work with, real passionate guy, and he's about 86 years old, and he kind of runs the show at that museum, the Honor Military Park in South Bend. And he had told me, all right, so this is just one of those communication channels that, well, the booster's filled with concrete, but it would only be about 1,000 pounds or something. So I knew that it was filled with concrete, and I guess it probably was a little bit heavier than 1,000 pounds. So it did, unfortunately, it took all day for the Big Crow crew to get the booster in here. So they did. Again, we've got this cradle running along a rail that they have built here. So they chain folded outside. All right. Then they had the come along right here, as you can see here, and they were hand cranking it in. And unfortunately, they said it is a lot heavier than they expected. So they had to finagle pretty much all day. And as you can imagine, so it's outside, so it's inside now. They're going to come back and weld the door tomorrow. All right, so they got to cut off the rail here here to be able to weld this door back into place. But this is as far as they got, and this was an all-day event. So there was a lot of shifting they had to do. Sometimes the cradle would come off of the rails. Sometimes it would, on the other side, it would lift up and go over where they wanted it to go. So we're thankful we got it in. I'm hopeful that tomorrow we are going to be able to bring it to hopefully here. Ideally, I would like to see it there, but to here. And again, now that's where the visitors walk, where the gray door is. All right, so you'll be able to get a view of it, just not as of right now. For this phase, which I'm okay with, this phase was to get them in the missile house. All right, so the unmated booster should actually stop here. Right? But if we take a look, just for visitors, it's going to be a slight distance away. Again, for now, it's okay. It's in here, and it's a new artifact. So I'm pleased with that. But I'd like some more interactivity with this booster. And I don't know what that means, interactivity, but it just means being able to get a closer look than to walk and you see it roughly right about here. Right, and then you just turn and you'll get a nice close-up shot of the Talos, which is good. I was just hopeful that the booster, I would like the booster to come as far forward as possible. If Bidco says we're only going to take it another 3 feet for now, then that's what we will do. And that is okay, because this crew has been working extraordinarily hard. Okay, so that's the update for tonight. I'm sure we will have an update for you tomorrow. And again, thanks for following us on this journey. And again, thank you to Bidco Marine Group. We had John, we had Mike, we had Russ, and certainly Mark, the owner. And we've worked very closely with Bidco for many, 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 many years. And look forward to continuing to do so. Thank you very much, everyone. And you know what? I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow. Probably. Take care.